Once Human just got a brand new patch update. Additionally, we also got a cross-character and paid content sharing update. There's a new free reward that you'll soon be able to collect, and even some recent event news, as well as some community concerns, even a game-breaking bug. We got a ton to talk about. What's up, world? It's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things Once Human. Okay, so first up, as always, let's get into the patch notes, what happened with the recent update, then we'll get on to the future updates and what's happening there with that. Now, we did have a brand new update released over the past few days. However, the patch notes didn't come out until today, but this did apply to the July 27th update. Now, there isn't any opening statement here, either on the Discord or the website, so just jumping straight into the patch. They fixed an issue that power generators will return double the material cost in some situations. And again, if you didn't know, you could actually place anything in your base and destroy it, and you'll get all the materials back to you. So basically, it is no risk to actually place anything and destroy it if you need to, other than if you bought something from somebody like a 3-perk disassembly bench, or anything that you don't have personally. If you bought another item from somebody that was to be placed in your base, that stuff you shouldn't destroy, as you will not get it back, and you'll have to ask the person to either place it again or buy it again. However, anything else that you place in your base, you can destroy it and get the materials 1-to-1. But it does look like in this situation that if you placed power generators, you would actually return double the material cost. That seems like an insanely lucrative bug. I wonder if people were able to exploit this, or if anybody found out about that. Seems like they don't have any punishment information on there, so it seems like maybe this was kind of tied down, or at least unknown about. Moving on, though, they fixed an issue with respawn points in the Stronghold Conquest. Previously, this respawn mechanic didn't work as intended, so some metas or the player would respawn at random locations. They also fixed an issue that the territory purification interface information wasn't displaying in some situations. There is another territory purification thing that we'll go over in a bit. However, this one seems like it was with the user interface. They also improved the location where Starchrome would drop in territory purification. Again, that's another thing we're going to talk about in a bit. They fixed an issue of incorrect yields after fertilizing plants and crops. I wonder if this was in the player's favor or against. They don't really signify that there. I've had a lot of fertilizing stuff. I haven't really noticed anything on that front, although I've been using my grow shroom to kind of do a lot of the stuff now, and so essentially I haven't really noticed it too much, but I do wonder on that there. They adjusted the spectator system so that players can now spectate in only Stronghold Conquest or dungeons, so that seems like they limited that feature overall. They also fixed an issue that Shadowhounds wouldn't show the weakness they were going for after in the dungeons in some situations. I believe that was the mouth area. If you shoot that, you can break its shield, or potentially some of the weaknesses spots it means. I'm not sure, they don't really clarify that here. Although they could also be talking about the deviations that you collect in the Shadowhound deviation. And they don't really signify that there, although they do say Shadowhounds plurally, so maybe they do mean the deviations. Next up here, when they say they fixed an issue that Shadowhounds couldn't get stuck in the air after teleporting in the Prime War. I do believe here they mean could get stuck instead of couldn't. Maybe this is a translation error there, although it does seem like they do mean the deviations, in particular with both of those instances. So hopefully some of the bugginess should be fixed with those. And they also fixed an issue that house blueprints could disappear incorrectly in some situations, which is quite devastating if you destroy your base or want to replace your base and you don't actually want to use the base replacement feature and you want to go through blueprint means. If it disappeared entirely, that is quite devastating. I'll have to be sure to check my blueprints, make sure they're still intact, and I suggest you do so as well. And I would highly suggest that at the end of your server seasons, meaning at the time point that it's going to get wiped, I would double and triple check to make sure you have your housing blueprints if you're wanting to use those in the next season, as that should and will carry over. That does cover for the patch note side of things. Moving on, though, we do actually have an update with the cross-character paid content sharing for the same account. We have a big update there and some delays with that. So I said, due to the recent server instability, they've spent a significant amount of time optimizing the online issues, and probably with all the base stuff going on, the territory disappearing. As a result, they have to postpone the release of the feature for cross-character paid content sharing for the same account. And briefly, what does that mean essentially is that if you purchase a cosmetic on one character, if you join another server with another character, it won't have that cosmetic there. They want to get that all together. Again, the original plan for the game was to have multiple characters, but they had to delay that. They released it early, but they let people know that, hey, listen, if you have any battle pass cosmetics or if you purchase any cosmetics on one character, you will not have it on another. So they released the multiple character thing early due to community feedback, but you will not have the character customizations on both characters, i.e. the battle pass items or anything you purchase in the shop. So that feature was supposed to come on August 1st, but it has since been delayed to August 15th. Your paid assets will be available and accessible by any character under the same account on August 15th. They said they expressed regret for the delay for the anticipated feature, and they're going to give each one of us a formula upholstered storage chest following the update on August 1st. With this formula, you can change the large crate in your territory to this new one. It's an exclusive cosmetic gift to metas for the cross-character sharing feature. And once that feature goes live on August 15th, you can use that across all of your characters under the same account. The collection period will last from August 1st all the way to the 15th on the maintenance, or up until the August 15th maintenance. So make sure you log in and claim that gift before then. This blueprint/cosmetic will be available in the shop in the future. Seems like you're gonna have to purchase this eventually if you do not claim it before the 15th. Again, check that out on August 1st to claim that if you want to change your storage crates over to this. Just a nice little free item there and a free reward compensation for what is going on with the delays. Jumping over, we did have that 500,000 strong event. This was reaching 500,000 users over on the Discord. After doing so, they did a big giveaway. I did cover this, was pretty significant. They were giving away a graphics card and a laptop and the such. They actually did declare the winners, so if you are on this list or if you want to check if you're on the list, you can do so over in the event news tab. All the event winners are declared as of now, so if you aren't on the list, you didn't win anything, and of course, I didn't win anything either. I did apply because I could definitely use a new graphics card, but I hope some of you guys did win because they do have some decent rewards here. Jumping over, we have a hot topic here, which is the seasonal reset. Gone over this plenty of time in my videos, but a lot of people want me to recover it again. They have this over in the seasonal inheritance tab. You want to see everything here that they have all the seasonal stuff, what you'll keep for each season. You actually keep most of the things. The only things that are really resetting are your weapons, armors, the materials that you received while playing, the map progress, and your level. You actually still keep your weapon blueprints, so any blueprint that you've earned right now, you keep all of those, so you can literally remake your weapon blueprints and your armor blueprints. You keep all that stuff, building blueprints, your customizations, your cosmetics, your gear, your furniture recipes, literally all your currencies, including Star Chrome, your Christogen, and the likes of everything else, and even Sproutlets. So you keep so much from the seasonal reset, and a lot of people here are saying it's really not that bad, and I don't think so either. I think it's going to bring a lot of players back to the game, especially if people are already feeling kind of done with the game right now currently, especially with the new phase unlocking for a lot of servers. People have already just completed the last little bit in raid/dungeon. Now people are kind of moving on at least, so I do think the seasonal reset is going to help and bring more players back. Although as someone said here, I do have one question about the seasonal reset. They asked here if we keep our battle pass keys. Now nobody knows as of yet if we do keep the battle pass keys. They haven't signified this, but I would guess so because they include the currency. Although you might want to spend your battle pass keys if you do have a lot to get those cosmetics in there. I'm probably end up getting spending mine, so that would probably be a recommendation overall just in case. Another few last minute mentionables here. First up though, I want to talk about this one, which is the Purification reward is basically a game breaking bug. A lot of people, unfortunately, when they do have the Purification done, it doesn't actually spawn in the resonator. It spawns outside sometimes, even on the floor, sometimes underwater or inside walls. Some people, it seems like it spawned under the ground, or in that case at all. This was posted 2 hours ago, so even with the recent patch, it seems like this is still an issue. They did address the spawn of it being a little bit better, but it seems like it still might be an issue. Definitely losing out on 4,000 plus Star Chrome a week really does hurt. So hopefully they do figure that out overall and eventually do fix that, especially when you take so long to earn Cortexes, or at least you take a while to earn them per week. And if you don't have a guild, if you're purifying by yourself or solo, this can really hurt you overall. So yeah, hopefully they do address that in the near future. Again, it looks like they've tried to fix it, but they probably will have to go over it again. Someone here also suggested that we should have a dungeon matchmaking system. Seems like the auto matchmaking system is only for the one dungeon specifically, or you can only select one dungeon. A lot of people don't seem to know about it. I've rarely ever seen people use the feature. It usually takes like 20 to 30 minutes to ever find anybody. And that was back when the game was very popular during the story missions and people were kind of keeping up there. Now it seems like essentially basically a useless feature. However, if you advertise for a group, you can fill it in 2 to 3 minutes. So the auto matchmaking system is best to be avoided right now, and just try to feature your team, at least using the quick recruit. Make sure you are changing that in the top right drop down box and selecting the dungeon there to be able to know what you're actually recruiting for. A last minute mentionable here, I did want to feature this build as it is quite crazy. Some of the screenshots you can get in this game with all the lighting, it looks super realistic. This person has an awesome home build. They said they need more blueprints. They probably did a lot, or at least maybe have multiple builds. Seems like a very nice modern build. Maybe eventually I'll try to do my own, although I'm not the best with it. They got this one looking very realistic, so I thought I would feature it. If you guys have any cool homes that you want to showcase or anything like that you want to showcase, I do have a Discord you can access down below. And I do have a Once Human channel as well as a Once Human Media channel, so you can feature all your stuff there. Overall, that's about cover for today's video. If you like and subscribe, and until the next one, deuces.